Air Heating and Cooling for 24/7 comfort on call.
Well, hello, Brad.
Greetings. What is this? What is this? Do you know what this is?
Well, I do, but that would be cheating.
It's a collection of dead birds, but all of these birds died at approximately the same time. 1,000 birds dead in one night after colliding with a single Chicago building. This just happened the night of October 4th into the 5th. It was kind of lost in all of the other news of the world going on. The building in question is this building. It's McCormick Place in Chicago. It's the largest convention center in North America, covers 2.6 million square feet of exhibition space, comprises 4 buildings, the north, the south, the west buildings, and Lakeside Center, all 4 of which are predominantly glass.
Okay.
With that said, it should point out that in a typical year, about 1,000 birds die from this building.
In a typical year. Okay.
But this was in one night, okay? And it was because of migratory actions. They were in flight going south and they all hit the building, okay? But this brings to light a larger problem. This is part of today's story. Up to 1 billion birds collide with glass buildings globally every year, okay? And the problem, Chris, is that as humans, we understand, we learn, even as adults, occasionally you'll touch something glass you didn't realize was there, you'll run into it, you'll feel embarrassed or whatever. But as a child, you learn that glass is a barrier. Birds don't have that ability to learn. They learn the hard
it's
way.
one and done in some cases.
Exactly. So a lot of times that the birds actually see the reflection of the sky and trees and whatever, and they think that is part of the environment, they can go right through it. Or as is the case with especially brightly illuminated buildings, especially like at night where you have light coming out, they see that as part of their environment and they think, well, I'm just going to fly in there and navigate my way through because, you know, they can. So that's really what causes the disorientation and hence all of the bird deaths. But the other part of the story is that architecture actually has solutions, and that was the gist of the story, was that we need to start being a little bit more conscious about the way we design our buildings, okay? And one of the big things is a bird-friendly film that has a little tiny engraved pattern on it. And when you look out through it as a human, it's not that distracting, but bird can easily see that that is not, you know, a clear window there. And also just by designing different design elements. One of the things that they say is like those big X's in front of windows and things like that that give more of a visual clue. And at night, and this is something that's really grabbing a lot of traction globally, especially for taller unoccupied buildings at night, to turn off the lights so that
cost effective as well.
Correct. So I almost said 2 birds with 1 stone. That was a wrong choice of words.
2 birds with 1 piece of glass.
Right. I wanted to draw your attention to this website as well, though. It's from the American Bird Conservancy, abcbirds.org. Easy to remember, abcbirds.org, because they have also a whole section on preventing bird collisions at home, because a couple times a year I hear it as well. And here's, by the way, are some of those design patterns on that film that you can get for your windows. But believe it or not, guess what they said? That the most effective thing any homeowner can do for your window is screens. Whether it's a window that opens or not, to have a screen, because that is enough.
That would act as just like that.
So it's just enough that the bird can see, oh, that can't go through there. So it's just something to think about.
All right. Well, if I ever have a house the size of McCormick Place, we'll put that
I hope I'm invited.
I think a lot of people could be invited. That's big. All right, Brad, thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.